All right, welcome back to the X Chronicles. My name's X. Today we are going to address an issue with these rear hydraulic brakes. They have a certain amount of drag to them while I was on the trails, and they got progressively worse, and now they're locked up. Now, this is not an uncommon problem. It does happen occasionally. If you have any bikes with hydraulic brakes, at some point, sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with this. Hopefully not. If you do, I'm going to show you how to solve this problem, okay? Now, my first thing that I normally do is check the pistons that are just on the outside of these brake pads. And I'm going to take you through each step in detail. Well, maybe not so much in detail as to how to solve this problem, okay? That's the first thing that I do, and we're going to get this thing rolling and back out on the trails again. All right? Oh, man, it's locked up pretty good, isn't it? All right, let's go. Now, probably the smarter way to start would be is to remove the back wheel. I don't really want to do that, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off. I've already loosened that one. I'm going to take off this rear caliper to start with. Now, these extra washers and things, what I have on here is because this is somewhat of a custom, and it wasn't intended to have rear disc brakes, but I rigged it up and it works great. Now, my brakes have locked up on my higher end bike, so it's not the fact that it is a lower end bike that I customized. If you've watched my channel and you saw this build, you know why I did it. It was more about the why than about the what I was building. But I love this thing. This thing is a tank. I just can't break it, except for these rear hydraulic brakes. But we're going to get them fixed. Here we go. All right, first things first. Let's remove this pin. Is out. Let's sand this down, hit it with a blowtorch, and get it cleaned up. Okay, so you can see that one of the pistons, this one on my left, is coming out a little bit, as well as the one on the right, which I have pushed in already. However, this one is still out a little, so I'm going to just press it in. There it goes. Wow, that was stuck really well, wasn't it? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the brakes just a little bit because it's probably sticking because of oxidation or any and all of the above. If this doesn't go well, I'll just have to bleed the brakes. But that's for another video. As you can see, just press that right back in. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. I'm just trying to be careful. And That should fix the problem. This piston on my left is the one that's sticking, but if you sort of press it in and out a few times, it'll loosen itself up. Now it is pretty dirty, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it out while I'm at it. Actually, really dirty. So stand by. And then you take your tire tool and sort of slip it in between there so that it's directly on the pistons, right? Give your brake lever a little pull. Engage those pistons. Yeah, okay, it's moving now. It wasn't moving at all, actually. And now it's moving. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, it's gone. I'm gonna have to get another piece of sandpaper here because I kind of did that backwards, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All good in the hood. Okay, so now we're just gonna sand off the crud, the top layer of crud on these brake pads. And then whatever's left, we're gonna burn it off. That's what we do, right? Whatever it takes. You take your blowtorch, preferably a smaller one. Safety first, guys. I got this one at Harbor Freight. I'm there quite a bit. It's one of my favorite places. More for less. Right, the end result is the most important thing, and if I can get it done cheaper, I'm going to do it that way. Right? Take your blowtorch, crank it up, let it rip. Burn all that off. Is it hot? I mean, yeah. Only for a minute, though. Burn that off. There you go. Boom. Make sure you orient your pads properly onto the clip so that the cotter pin can be inserted without obstruction. Insert the cotter pin from the left of the caliper through the holes to the right, all the way through till it extends slightly past the other hole on the right side of the caliper. Then grab your cotter pin tool, one such as this specialized cotter pin tool. Bend the tip of the cotter pin so that it holds the pads in place. All right, let's see if this worked. So what I do is I apply pressure to the brake lever while I'm slowly tightening the bolts on the caliper, holding it in place while I turn each side in equal increments so that it doesn't get off, or it minimizes the chance of it getting off by any amount of measurement. Okay. Normally you would tie the brake lever down, strap it up, but my arms just so happen to be long enough. My Newton meter gauge is right here, if I told y'all that. Okay. Looks like we are good to go.
Bam.
All right. Let's give it a whirl. All right, time for a test run. Let's go. All right, mission accomplished. Guys, if your disc brakes lock up, just follow that procedure, okay? It may be something else, but if it's the first time that it's locked up, just try pushing the pistons back in and like and subscribe. Right on. Love y'all, man. See you next time. Peace.